1,000 meters to cover. And they sent on their way, and Insatiable got horribly tangled up in the stalls and is well and truly on the back foot. Clean Living, first one to break with Mandalay. Smelting is in the yellow cap, racing up the middle of the course. Then towards the outside, Splendid Season in the orange. Time for Charity. Dancing Dora was further back. Samoa's in and amongst horses. Then towards the far side is Looking Hot, racing with Storm Jewel. Love But's quite some way off them. And then comes Insatiable after making an almighty hash at the start. Races with the pack towards the final 400 meters they go. Clean Living in front over Time for Charity. Mandalay. Then came Samoa. Smelting, Blue Jacket and Yellow Cap in the middle of the course. Dancing Dora was further back. Storm Jewel, Love Bite and Looking Hot with 200 meters left to run. Clean Living, Time for Charity. Samoa in the middle of the course, a length down. Dancing Dora trying to find a finish. Here's Samoa hitting the front, extending, and Samoa is going to win. Samoa the winner, second tight. Clean Living involved with Dancing Dora, and fourth goes the way of Time for Charity. They were further back in the field. So the winner is racing bang in the middle in the two shades of blue. That's Samoa. And when she does get the right break, she's not the easiest, not the most straightforward to ride, but when she does get the right breaks, she does possess a good finish, and she's shown that today. Dancing Dora in the maroon towards the right-hand side also stayed on nicely with Clean Living always there and thereabouts. But at the end of it all, victory in the ninth and last is for Samoa. We'll chat again next week. Until then, good night.
Well, the final race has been run, and please note Insatiable is a definite runner, declared a definite runner. And I don't know who's happier, the owner, the trainer, Samanga, or me. I've never been happier to see Samanga, because Samoa's got us out of trouble here. 9.70 rand. Of course, Sean Patterson here representing the Studolf stable. And we've got Ali Win on course, which is lovely. And this one built by Harris Del Camo Closed Corporation. Now, Samanga, I've never been happier to see you. Well done. That was a lovely ride. You know her well. You have to ride her a specific way.
You have to. The first time I never knew her, and then I went to cry by Gavin. Yeah. No, I went to cry by Gavin. I asked him, please, just give me a point on her. And he was very glad to tell me how she is. Your Tapa filly, you want to actually let her go and find them, and instead of letting her be right there, and work on her early. You know, 1,000 meters are always slightly sharp. But today we came out, the speed was on. We ended up following one, and I thought at early stages I thought I might not get around, because her horse in front of me was running around a bit. But I had to work on her early, use those tricks to just start moving with her early, and think it helped to get through the gap. And it was a matter of her now putting her head in front. The challenges came at the end, but she was full on flight. So big thanks to Sean. You know, he does the hard work. You should see him in the mornings.
He's passionate.
He's a happy chappy that track, and he just loves them to beat. And to Bridget, you know, big thanks. You know, horses, as long as they sound and they love racing, and this is what this is the result. You know, they come to the winners' enclosure, and yeah, you know, to everybody concerned that has helped with this filly and the grooms. You know, there's not so many horses in the yard, but they put 110% in the yard, and well done to them. And to my sponsors for a second time for the day, Turffontein, Drift, big well done to them, and to the Bling fans. Whoop, whoop.
There we go, Samanga Kamala, lovely double. Now here's Sean Patterson, him and I just chatting off air. I don't think there's been a horse better to me in South Africa than Samoa, the places and the wins, but I know you absolutely love her.
I out of my words. Hang on one second, let me step back and think about it. I ride her work every single day, and I have done for the last 5 years, and she is a madam. She does what she wants to do when she does it. But when she wants to run, she can run. You know, and I remember a certain day here where she was unfortunately beaten a short head, and Samanga went whoop, whoop, and she ran second. Well, you more than made up for that today. And, you know, horses like these are irreplaceable. I must say well done to Bridget, well done to Ali and Steve. Steve's actually in Zimbabwe at the moment, but I'm going to take a little trip here and say well done to myself.
I'll say well done. I'll congratulate you as well.
Everyone at the chat gets cross with me because I say, hey, this is Samoa, and now they understand why. Because, like I said, she's a madam. Thank you to my dad and to my mum as well for the input that they have. And for a small yard, people still keep missing us.
Yeah. No, well, I don't. I certainly don't. And, you know, 13-time winner, 8-year-old. Well done to you and Bridget.
No, it was 6-time winner. But
apologies.
But she's earned over There you go. But she's earned over 600,000.
That's 12
She's
seconds.
run for 5 seasons. So credit to my team, to my grooms, to all the inside bits that go on behind our yard. Everybody doesn't see what happens there, and plenty happens. So keeping them sound is the main thing, but she helps me help her. But thank you for the coverage, and that's it for me.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you so much. Are you going to chat to us, Ali? Ali is here. She's certainly got the check. Ali, even if you don't want to talk, just say, I mean, it's so lovely having you on course.
Oh, thank you. I missed smelting, and I've missed a few races. So this is amazing, because not only have we proved that the old girls can still win. Thank you to all the grooms, Sean, Sharon, Reed, and my partner Steve, and Samoa.
Well, you did that perfectly well. I must just mention the groom here, and that is Manuel, who you're holding that check for.
Manuel.
Yeah, Manuel.
He does absolutely everything for us, and he's worth his weight in gold, and he's pretty heavy.
Oh, well done. Now we got the Zimbos here. Let's get Nico in as well. He wants a bit of this, and we all square with a coffee, by the way, Nico, now after that race. But well done to the Zimbos, Nico.
Yes, now this is a very interesting story, because back in 1987, I'm going to age us, I stood up as a 16-year-old commentator in Zimbabwe. I went up to the commentary box, and there was a commentator that was already calling there by the name of Steve Nell. Steve is joint owner of this horse with Ali. We've been friends ever since. I learned how to commentate under him, and it gives me great pleasure to lead in Samoa, the grand old lady of the turf here, to another win. Well done, Ali. Excellent
Thank you.
stuff.
And Steve.
And
my
well done
racing
to Steve, yeah.
Yeah.
Well done to both of you, and thank you.
Well, thank you for the support.
Thank you, Ali. Well done. Thanks, Nico, for coming down. Well done to Sean Patterson. The man certainly deserves a pat on the back as well. And, of course, Mrs. stood off to you too, and Samanga Kamalo. Right, let's wrap this here. 4-1, 8 and 3. It was a very difficult day here at the office this afternoon. At least it finished well for us, and hope you all have a fantastic evening. Thank you to Ricky. Thank you to Alistair Cohen, who's now down here as well. Nico Kritsiotis, the Zimbos, they stick together. And everyone else, Mabel, PK, best assistant in the world, but plenty others in the OB van, back in the studio. Thank you very much to each and every one of you.